Hi there, it's Ace and welcome back to another episode of the Safe Space Podcast. This podcast is made for you to feel heard, feel seen, and feel safe. And for today's episode, I know, actually hindi sana ako mag-film today, tonight pala kasi gabi ko to sinushoot. Actually matutulog na ako pero sabi ko kailangan ko mag-film kasi I feel like parang need ko i-release yung mga thoughts ko. And actually today is my birthday. Yes, I turned 23. Clap, clap, clap. And, and you know what, why? Parang throughout of, navigating life, I expected a lot of things na dapat mangyari o kailangan mag-turn out when I turned 23. And hindi nangyari yung mga bagay-bagay na in-expect ko. And even worst, not worst naman pero siguro masyado lang ako nag-expect sa sarili ko. So for today's episode, I know maraming makaka-relate dito because we will talk about how I handle my own anxiety and stress. Lahat tayo nagkaka-anxiety, lahat tayo nakaka-experience ng stress. For example, tinubuan ka lang ng pimple, di ba? Feels uncomfortable and nahihiya kang lumabas sa bahay nyo. It's an anxiety. So every day we experience anxiety. So gusto ko munang mag-reflect on how I feel dahil 23 na ako it feels so real and honestly hindi ko alam kung paano ko siya i-cope or if you feel na 23 na ako kasi I feel like ang bilis-bilis ng panahon, like especially when my father passed away last 2022, like everything changed talaga. And parang 360 talaga yung nangyari sa life ko. Ang dami ko mga actions na tinake na I don't know if magme-make sense pa. Like the risk, I drop out of school. And I lose a lot of friends. Like really a lot. And nasa point ako ngayon na parang I'm navigating life in a sense na wala akong maaasahan kundi ako lang din. Especially as a breadwinner. Parang nasa point ka na hindi ka pwedeng huminto. Hindi ka pwedeng maging dependent sa ibang tao kasi wala kang masasandalan kundi sarili mo lang din. And right now, as a 23 years old, grabe medyo nakikringe pa rin ako na banggitin na 23 na talaga ako. And 23 is my favorite number. Hindi talaga natin ma-figure out yung future natin. Kasi yan yung isa sa pinaka-common form of anxiety na na-experience natin is yung anxiety about our future. Now, what if yung in-expect natin, what if yung mga pinlano natin is hindi magkatotoo, di ba? What if masyado pala tayong nag-set ng standards para sa sarili natin pero hindi pala natin mamimit, hindi pala natin kaya yun gawin, di ba? And I'm at the point of that. Like, nasa stage ako ng life ko right now, na parang ayoko na masyado mag-expect and gusto ko nang i-let go yung expectations ko sa sarili ko. And it's hard. It's hard as someone na parang goal-oriented talaga and I feel like I need to do something every single day to the point na parang hindi ko deserve mag-rest kahit man lang pag doom scroll, kahit man lang pag binge watch ng series or movies. I feel like hindi ko deserve na mag-rest. Parang napaka-restless ko na tao and na-realize ko na maybe God, the universe, whoever you believe in, na parang put me in this position to reflect at the same time be thankful sa kung ano yung mga bagay-bagay na na-achieve ko. Kasi dahil sa parang pagka-goal-oriented ko, parang nakakalimutan kong the present moment matters. Like kung ano yung meron ako as of the moment, it matters. I matter. People who support me do matter. For example na lang di ba, if ikaw nagkakaroon ka ng anxiety about your future, meron kang tinitake na course right now and hindi mo alam if magbe-make sense ba yan in the near future, if tama ba yung decision na meron ka, itong path na tinitake ka as of the moment. Actually, ang answer dyan is no one knows. Wala talagang guarantee, wala talagang makakaalam kung mag-workout or hindi yung isang bagay. But what's important is that you control what you can control. Yung moment na meron as of the moment, yun yung controlin mo. And the rest, let it flow. Kasi for example, di ba, akala mo mag-go smoothly yung mga desisyon na ginawa mo as of the moment. Pero yung mga unexpected incidences, hindi natin yan makokontrol. And I'm so thankful na nangyayari yung mga gantong bagay kasi parang what if nangyari yung ganyan, yung mga bagay-bagay na pinlano ko pero hindi pala yun best para sa akin, di ba? So sometimes God put us in this situation kasi ito yung better. Maybe hindi pa time. Maybe ito yung kailangan mangyari. For example na lang the decision I made last 2023 or 2024 na nag-drop out ako sa school. Like, ang dami kong preparation. I've been overthinking about it for the past almost a year. Kasi I feel like, hindi sa parang, I feel like I need to do it. You know what I mean? Yung parang nafe-feel mo talagang sa nerve mo, sa intuition mo, sa guts mo na kailangan mo talagang gawin yung isang bagay kasi yun yung tama. Right at that moment, feel ko yun yung tamang decision na kailangan ko mag-jump. Although it feels scary to jump, although I'm not ready to jump, I need to jump. Ganun yung feel ko, te. So, right now, it makes sense. It really makes sense. And parang merong loop na nangyayari na parang andito na naman ako sa point na parang, God, like, kailangan ko mag-make naman ng decision based sa kung ano yung feeling na na-feel ko when I made that decision nung pag-drop out ko. So parang nauulit siya ngayon right now. And I've learned na focus on the present moment, do the decision na kailangan mong gawin, pero wag mo na masyadong i-overthink yung future, which is impossible tayo na hindi mo i-overthink. But you just need to trust. Trust God, trust your destiny, trust yourself. When you have that solid foundation na parang confidence and trust sa sarili mo, parang no matter what happened, I always know na kaya ko talaga mag-bounce back sa situation na to. And yan yung parang meron ako as of the moment. Like, no matter what happened, kahit mag-fail ako, kahit mali man tong decision na ginagawa ko as of the moment, I trust myself na kaya ko mag-bounce back sa situation na to. And same as you, te, trust yourself. Trust yourself. And it's not overnight to trust yourself, but step by step, put yourself out there, make a decision for yourself, and make sure na parang ginagawa mo yung isang bagay based sa sarili mong desisyon kasi it all starts there. Example na lang tayo, di ba? In your circle of friends, so nasa cafe kayo and nagme-make kayo ng decision kung ano ba yung pwede nyong i-order. So yung isang friend mo nag-suggest na mag-matcha na lang tayo, ganyan, pero ikaw hindi ka matcha lover. Like, hindi mo talaga type ang matcha, hindi mo talaga gusto. So, ano yung gagawin mo? Magsasabi ka na lang ba ng yes just to please the decision of your friend, or parang magsasabi kang ayoko ng matcha kasi gusto ko ng, you know, mango cheesecake, ganyan, double Dutch, ganyan. In that moment, kailangan mong mag-make ng decision based sa kung ano yung gusto mo because it parang magiging evidence yon sa nervous system mo na kaya mong mag-make ng decision para sa sarili mo. So the truth about anxiety is you need proof. You need proof na kaya mong gawin yung isang bagay. So, at that moment na kaya mong mag-make ng decision about a certain flavor na gusto mo talaga ng mango cheesecake, mai-implant yon sa utak mo na yes, kaya ko mag-make ng decision para sa sarili ko. It's a normal feeling. Like, never talaga mawawala yung anxiety mo. Even yung mga taong professional na talaga yung mga ina-idolize natin, even you. Akala mo tayo figure out everything. No, nagkaka-anxiety pa rin ako. May mga stress pa rin akong nararamdaman. Syempre, because we are human. I feel like if hindi ka nagkaka-anxiety or nasa stress, hindi ka normal na tao. So, another example, diba? Gusto mong may presentation kayo sa school, ganyan, performance task, ganyan. So, parang wala kang trust and confidence sa sarili mo na kaya mong gawin yung performance task na yan. So, what you need to do, is just do it. Sabi nga ni Nike, just do it. Literal, walang ibang way you need to do it. The only way is through. So, if hindi mo gagawin mismo yung isang bagay, sa mga next na presentation mo, hindi mo talaga magagawa yun. You need to set an example. You need to do the actual thing para sa mga next na presentation mo, alam mong, masasabi mo sa nervous system mong talagang nagawa mo yung isang bagay kasi may evidence ka na. Practical way, is you need to breathe. Breathing technique as in sobrang helpful. In my case, ginagawa ko yung 1-2-3 method, which if ever na parang ina-anxiety ka, ina-atake ka ng parang hindi mo alam kung ano yung ginagawa mo, magbilang ka ng 1-3. 1, and then breathe. 2, and then breathe. And 3, then breathe. Ganun, and i-repeat mo lang siya, thrice. Like, 3 times i-repeat mo ganun and hanggang sa kumalma ka na. And if ever na parang nasa crowded area ka, pwede kang pumunta sa comfort room, ikaw lang muna mag-isa and collect yourself. You need to regulate your nervous system. Yun talaga yung main point dito is regulating your nervous system. So, since yung nervous system mo is parang uncomfortable siya and parang takot, yan kasi yung parang root cause niyan is parang hindi comfortable yung body mo, yung nervous system mo sa mga taong nakasurround sa'yo. Kasi for example lang, like me, di ba, as someone na parang working from home, minsan lang talaga ako lumabas, and sometimes parang napagkakamalan pa nila akong forever na akong wala dito sa bahay, te. Kasi minsan-minsan lang talaga ako lumabas. And sometimes, te, once na lumabas ako or meron akong errands na kailangan gawin, I feel anxious. Especially if magko-commute ganyan, parang nai-anxious ako if ano ba, magfe-favor ba ako na pwede pakiabot yung bayad ko, ganyan, or ako na lang mismo yung mag-aabot. At that moment, te, lagi kong iniisip na parang itong mga tao na to, hindi nila ako kilala and they don't know if I feel anxious or not. So I just fake it. As in, I just fake it na parang I'm confident, I figure out everything. I'm here. Like, I am that bitch na hindi ako ini-anxious, ganun. And sinasabi kong, ate, pwede pakiabot ng bayad? Hindi sa ganito yung intonation ko na parang tinatarayan ko siya. Pero in a good way, ate, pwede pakiabot po ng bayad ko. Thank you, ganyan. And bago ko ginagawa yung parang fake it till you make it moment ko, te, nagbe-breathing exercise muna ako, like as what I have said, like the 1, 2, 3 technique, 1, 2, 3, and then breathe ka, te, kasi you need to regulate your nervous system. Also, te, ginagawa ko din yung familiarization technique, which is parang every time na na-feel anxious ka, wag kang tumakas. Like, wag ka talagang tumakas, te. If nineglect mo yung parang anxious feeling, te, the more na magiging worse lang. So, if ever na parang kinakabahan ka, kaka-anxiety ka, te, wag kang tumakas. I-familiarize mo yung katawan mo, yung feeling na ma-anxious. So, kumaga, feel the anxious feeling. Huwag mong takbuhan, te. Kasi the more na parang mafa-familiarize yung utak mo kung how it feels to be anxious, the more na mas magiging normal yun sa nervous system mo. And the more na magiging normal yun, te, the more na hindi mo na gaano iti-take personally if magkaka-anxious attachment ka na. So, for example, te, ako, di ba? Since minsan-minsan lang ako lumabas ng bahay, te, di ba? Every time na nagkaka-anxious attachment ako, hindi ko yan tinatakasan. Like, I feel the anxious attachment. It's okay to feel anxious, ilabas nyo lang, go on. Nakabahan ako, it's okay, nanginginig ang kamay ko, I cannot breathe, it's okay, I just feel it. Really, feel it, feel it, feel it. May steps pa talaga tayo, pero that's the only way. So, the more kasi na bago yung feeling ng isang bagay sa katawan natin, the more na magkaka-anxious feeling tayo, the more na magkaka-anxiety tayo. So, familiarize the anxious feeling. Even pag video right now, I feel anxious kasi nabubulol ako, ganyan. Ang dami kong siguro ikakat sa episode na to para ma-edit. Pero it's okay, te. That's the thing, you need to show up. Kahit na anxious ka, kahit na kinakabahan ka, you need to show up para ma-familiarize yung sarili mo, yung katawan mo, yung utak mo, na ma-train mo na, hala, kahit pala may anxious feeling ako, kahit pala kinakabahan ako, I can still show up. Like, I can still do things na sinabi kong gagawin ko. And even once na nagawa mo yung ganyang situation, te, promise, sa next na situation, hindi na gaano ka severe, hindi na gaano ka worse yung anxious feeling na mafe-feel mo. Kasi alam mong, ayos lang, nagawa ko na to before. You will figure out how to handle and manage your feelings. Kumaga, maaaral mo na kung paano mo feel yung anxious feeling, yung utak mo mafa-familiarize na doon. Another practical habit, te, is that wag ka nang mag-wait na gawin yung isang bagay. Like yung procrastination, te, it really contributes sa anxiety feeling mo. Kasi the more na parang tinetrain mo, again, yung nervous system mo and yung utak mo na mag-procrastinate, the more na magiging bago yung feeling na getting out of your comfort zone. I know, te, medyo malabo. Di ba, for example na lang, meron kang assignment na kailangan gawin, di ba? So parang mas comfortable na procrastinate ka na hindi na gawin yung assignment mo, magbi-build up yon ng parang momentum na hindi gawin yung mismong assignment. So since nag-build ka ng momentum na hindi pa gawin agad-agad yung assignment mo, the more na masasana yung katawan mo sa comfortable feeling na mag-procrastinate. So, if nasa moment ka na parang iniisip mong next week na lang, next day ko na lang yung gawin, note, break that momentum and sabihin mong gagawin ko na right now para makapag-procrastinate ako after this. Ganon, te. Trick your mind. Our mind tricks ourselves na procrastination is a form of self-care. It's a form of self-love na it's okay lang mag-rest. Knowing na no, you are sabotaging yourself. Because the purpose of our body, our mind is feel comfort, is to feel safe. Pero, walang growth if you feel comfortable all the time, if you feel safe all the time. The only way is through. So, you need to do the uncomfortable feeling by getting out of your comfort zone. If ever na nasa point kang kinakabahan ka and nasa utak mong okay lang na mag-procrastinate, itatak mo sa utak mo na you are sabotaging yourself. Really, you are sabotaging yourself. And the more na ginagawa mo yung ganung bagay, every single day, the more na masasanay ka and the more na mas magpo-procrastinate ka ba sa mga next na task na gagawin mo. So, wag mong sanayin yung sarili mo, te. Let's go back sa mindset technique, te. So, di ba, one of the key factors talaga kung bakit tayo nagkaka-anxiety kasi feel natin ginajudge tayo ng ibang tao, especially we are in a public space. The day before yesterday, te, kailangan ko mag-shoot ng mga products for collaboration, ganyan. So, parang since yung background ng bahay namin, te, paulit-ulit nang nakikita sa platform ko, so baka maban na yung account ko, te, kasi paulit-ulit nakikita yung background ko which is against the TikTok policy, ganyan. So what I did was, pumunta ako sa isang cafe, sa mall, te, to be specific, and then pumunta ako sa isang cafe na maganda yung background niya. And again, te, may mga tao sa cafe na yon, like as in. So, sabi ko, exposure therapy, I need to train myself na mag-video kahit na merong mga tao. Bago ka mag-overthink, I ask the permission mismo dun sa nagbabantay sa cafe. And yun, nag-start na ako siguro mga 1 minute or 2, parang nai-anxious talaga ako. Feel ko pinagtititigan ako ng ibang tao, ganyan. And totoo naman, talagang nagugulat sila. Like, sino to nag-video na to? Like, kahit sa cafe, sandamakmak na products ang dinala niya, ganyan, te. So, I was like, I sit with that feeling na titigan ng mga tao and parang magwa-wonder yung mga taong ano yung ginagawa niya, like, is he crazy, ganyan. So, I sit in that feeling. Hindi ako tumakas, te. Wag na wag kang tatakas if andun ka na sa point na yun. Let it sit. Sit with it. As in, kasi after like ilang minute, parang wala na. Bumalik na sila sa normal nila. People only care about you for like a minute or even a second. Like after nila makita kung ano yung ginagawa mo, then proceed na sila sa kung ano yung ginagawa nila because you are not important. You are not special. You are not the main character in other people's life. You are the main character of your own life, so you just need to do your own shit. Also, makakalimutan nila yan later. Like, let's just say, ginudge ka nila, and so what? After next day, hindi na ikaw yung iisipin nila kasi ang isipin nila kung paano sila magbabayad ng bills, maybe mag-aaral sila, mas stress sila sa next task nila, di ba? So, hindi ikaw yung laman lang ng utak nila 24/7. No talaga. Every time na meron kang kailangan gawin and you feel like everyone is judging you, let them judge you. You cannot control how others perceive you, but you can only control how you perceive other people. So if you perceive them as if they judge you 24/7, and yun talaga yung magiging reality mo, te. Pero if you perceive them as, maybe they admire me kasi na-realize nilang, wow, he has the confidence, like he has the guts na mag-shoot sa public space kahit na maraming taong nakakakita sa kanya. And that's the reality, te. Kasi while shooting, tinanong ako ng isang student na parang sabi niya, Kuya, ano po yung ginagawa niyo, ganyan? Bakit ang dami niyo pong products, ganyan? Affiliate po ba kayo? And affiliate din siya, te. And nakipagchikahan kami, ganyan. And parang na-amaze daw siya na parang ganda daw na technique na if pangit yung background ng bahay niyo, pwede ka naman mag-go sa mga mall since free naman. And doon ka maghanap ng magandang background. And parang na-inspire siya sa akin, diba? So, you cannot control how other people perceive you. Kasi wala ka naman sa utak nila, te. And the thing about us, as human beings, we always expect the negative things to happen. And hindi mo alam, te, if negative pa talaga yung iniisip nila sa'yo. The more na you have this mentality na parang, yes, people care about me. Yes, people judge me. But what if it's good? What if their judgment is positive? Ganun, te. Instead of parang predicting na they judge you negatively, what if they like me? What if they are amazed in what I am doing? And if negative naman, te, and then, so what? Di ba, te? Like, one day mamamatay din tayo, te. And what matters the most is kung ano yung ginagawa mo. Ikaw naman din yung makakapag-benefit sa ginagawa mo, te. So, yung judgment nila, it speaks about their own character, na judgmental sila. Kasi, the way people perceive other people, it speaks about their own characteristic on how they view themselves. So, if they judge people who's trying, it means they don't try in the first place. They are someone na duwag na hindi nila kayang gawin kung ano yung ginagawa mo. So be proud of yourself because you trigger someone by just being yourself, by just doing your own shit. And maybe hindi naman talaga yun yung reality. Maybe people are inspired by you. Kasi even me, di ba, as a social media content creator slash influencer, slash public figure, yes, iko-compliment ko talagang sarili ko because that's the reality. I love myself. I'm obsessed with myself. Pero, I didn't expect na mag-blow out yung ibang contents ko, like billions of views, especially sa TikTok. I didn't expect na magre-resonate yung mga contents ko. And at first, I feel like people will judge me, especially yung mga high school friends ko, mga colleagues ko na if ever na makita nila akong nagbebenta dyan, if ever na makita nila akong nagpo-post ng mga silly, cringy, embarrassing videos ko for them. For me, it's not embarrassing. For me, it's my way of expressing myself. 'Di ba? And a lot of people do appreciate what I'm doing. Kesa sa mag-focus ka sa mga negative na mga tao, focus on those people who see you, who understands you. Sila lang naman yung nagmamatter. And if walang mga taong ganun, understand yourself, see yourself, love yourself, cheer your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? Just a reminder na anxiety and stress is normal. If hindi ka nakaka-experience na magka-anxiety and ma-stress, I feel like you are not trying enough to become the best version of yourself. And if nasa point ka naman na you are trying and hindi ka nakaka-experience ng anxiety and stress, then good for you Good for you, but I feel like lahat talaga tayo, even those people, they figure out everything. Like for example, Wizard Les, Emma Chamberlain, yung mga famous celebrities, Zara Larsson, Tyla, mga ganyan. Even si Meryl Streep, I just watched one of her, The Devil Wears Prada 2 movie premiere interview. Sabi niya, kinakabahan pa rin siya and she didn't figure out everything up until now. Lagyan ng asin para bailot. So anxiety and stress is part of our nature as a human being to feel it. And if you feel anxiety and stress, it means you are normal. And we cannot control those things. The only thing we can control is how we react, how we perceive it, how we manage it. So, hopefully, yung mga bagay-bagay na sinabi ko, yung mga techniques and ways on how I cope my own anxiety and stress could help you in a positive way. Siyempre, in a positive way talaga yung goal natin, di ba? If you know someone like mga friends mo, mga kakilala mo, mga family members mo, who also struggles anxiety and how to cope with their own stress, you can share this video with them and hopefully we can help them in some way, shape, or form. So, yate, I think that's all for today's episode, for today's podcast episode. Paulit-ulit. But yate, I hope na meron kang natutunan sa podcast episode na to. And if bakit may paganyan? Ano ba? Magpakailanman lang? Ngayon, bukas at magpakailanman? No, but ang dami ng dada. That's all for today's video, and I hope you learned something. And yeah, celebrate my own birthday. Minsan-minsan lang ako mag-favor sa inyo, So hit me up. If meron kang isa-send a gift, if meron kang message, I'm really open. And thank you so much for hanging out with me for tonight. And hopefully, you have an amazing day, amazing night. No matter what time you are watching this or listening to this podcast episode, I'm really proud of you and hopefully sama-sama natin, sabay-sabay nating i-cope up yung mga sarili natin anxiety and stress. And if ever na meron ako mga na-discover pang ways and practices na nakaka-help din talaga sa akin on how I cope my own anxiety and stress, girl, sasabihan kita, wag kang mag-alala. I will call you back. But yeah, that's all for today's episode. And yeah, take care as always. And I love you so much. Thank you so much and keep glowing. Bye.